Well, good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to John Wood Community College at Mountain Dew Court here for tonight's high school basketball on Central Illinois Sports. It's a battle of teams across the river. Payson Seymour Indians on the Illinois side, and from Missouri, the Monroe City Panthers. Both teams on a little bit of a winning streak coming into tonight's contest, and one team will emerge victorious and keep that going into the Christmas break. You are watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, as we'll step aside for just a few minutes to tell you about some of the wonderful sponsors here on Central Illinois Sports. And when we come back, we'll get you ready for this one. It's the Indians and the Panthers. Don't go anywhere.
Go team, go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hi, my name's Sierra Burns here with Westtown Ford in Jacksonville, your low overhead dealership. We have new and used Lincoln Corsairs, Nautiluses, and even the Navigator. Come on out and see our new Lincolns for your next luxury vehicle.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
Gobble gobble. I'm Casey French with Cascom. Thanksgiving is just around the corner, and your house is going to be full of family, including in-laws and kids. You might just become the turkey if your Wi-Fi, or whatever the hip lingo the kids are calling it, isn't up to par. Call Cascom today and sign up for our gig services for only $99.95 a month for 6 months. Already a customer? Upgrade for only $109.95 a month. Dads who want the game as a side dish, you're welcome. Call today, 1-800-252-1799. And we thank you for trusting us with internet, cable, and phone all year long. Thank you from Cascom.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmers State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. Where community, excellence, and opportunity come together. Farmers State Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal, here to help you with lending and personal banking needs. Our friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender for Great Rivers Bank. Well, for this Monroe City team, they come in with a record of 7 wins and 1 loss right now. Nearly the entire roster comes back from a 17-10 campaign last year. This team has a lot of depth in the front court and back court, led by the All-Clarence Cannon Conference selection last season, Quincy Mayfield. He's got a lot of backup with him. Seniors Ryan Moss, Trey Smizer, along with junior Cole Hayes, a little bit of a sharpshooter for this team, will be the threats on the outside. On the inside, you're going to see guys like Brent Holland, Blake Fanner, Toby Sapp, Wyatt DeGrave, all in rotation here tonight for Brock Yitters's team. Just won their own 100th annual Monroe City tournament here just a few days ago, and they are riding the high as this will be their last game for quite a while as they'll reach the holiday season here. We will step aside for another break on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show in just a few minutes. When we come back, we'll tell you a little bit about the Payson Seymour Indians and their road so far this season. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here on Central Illinois Sports.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
My name's Matt Keplinger. A lot of people call me Keppy. I've been a trainer now for 17 years. When we get the new hires come through the door, I try to treat them like family. This individual right here sent me this today. There's not too many men I admire I can't do it. There's not too many men I admire or that has made an impact in my life, but you've made that list. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, getting messages like this. When my life needed purpose, I chose Dot.
Hey, Abe. Hey, George. You know what? We love beer!
This election year, be sure to make the correct decision and vote jerseys. Over the last 4 years, we have helped put more money back in your pocket with our daily drink specials and incredible food deals. We have also made steaks great again with our partnership with GJY Beef Company. So when you are making your next dinner decision, make it Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, Illinois.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Fostered Farm Equipment has served our community since 1986, carrying the quality brands you know and trust. Now in our second generation, we are proud to continue our family's legacy of quality customer service from showroom to field. We offer new, used, and consignment sales, so whether you're working 1 acre or 1,000, we have something for every operation. Our customers work hard. That's why we work hard to keep America's farmer in the field and not in the shop. We look forward to serving our community and customers for decades to come.
For delicious, authentic Italian pizza and pasta, it's Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield. From delicious appetizers to a wide selection of specialty pizzas and pastas, Gianni's has something everyone will enjoy. Take advantage of the Gianni's Pizza Special, where you can order any extra large pizza and receive a free small one-topping pizza. For carryout or delivery, call 285-4002. That's 285-4002 for Gianni's Pizza on the Square in Pittsfield.
Shireman Memorials has been serving the area since 2014 with local and affordable memorial and specialty items production. Jason Shireman has over 20 years of experience and is committed to providing his customers with the best experience. With expertise in sandblasting, carving, etching, and design, you will be dealing with someone who has the knowledge and experience to make a memorial your family can be proud of for generations. You'll find Shireman Memorials at 1135 West Washington Street in Pittsfield and online at shiremanmemorials.com.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank. Locations in Barry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal, serving the entire region and beyond. And hey, check out that online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. for this team for Payson Seymour. 3-5 on the season so far. They've won their last 2 games coming in, though, so far. They defeated Pleasant Hill on Monday and a nice win over Triopia on Tuesday night. This team finished 5th in the Saki Turkey tournament, losing to Liberty and Porta AC Central before defeating Barry Western on Black Friday. We will step aside for just a quick moment and get ready for the national anthem performed by our U.S. Army Band when we come back. The Farm and Home starting lineups.
Absolutely nobody wants to hear that on Christmas morning, but if you're shopping for kids of any age, your local Farm and Supply can help because we have them on sale. Wide variety of toys, including some of the trendy ones like Care Bears. We're bringing them back for under 13 bucks. Then Pokemon and Pokemon cards, they never go away. We got these under 5 bucks. Then all Hasbro games, board games are 20% off. That's fun for all ages and families. And take your pick from these huge plush animals. They're under 15 bucks. And yes, your local Farm and Supply does carry Squishmallows. These are under 12 bucks.
Time for the Farm and Home starting lineups. Farm and Home Supply, from snacks, hoodies, power tools, and lawn chairs. No other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. Let's get you ready for the starting lineups here tonight. Starting for the home team on the scoreboard tonight, it'll be Brock Idris's Monroe City Panthers, a record of 7-1 coming in here to tonight's record. Their starting 5 looks like this. A 5'9" senior guard, number 1, Marty Smizer. Starting at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 3 is Quincy Mayfield. And at a third guard from Monroe City, a 5'10" sophomore, number 10 is Cole Hayes. At one forward, a 6'4" junior, number 20 is Brent Holland. And at the other forward, number 21, a 5'10" junior, Toby Sapp. It'll be Smizer, Mayfield, Hayes, Holland, and Sapp for the Monroe City Panthers. On the opposite side for Payson Seymour, a 5'10" senior guard, number 4 is Lane Barker. A 6'1" senior forward, number 14 is Brody Deeker. At forward, a 6'1" senior, number 23 is Blake Schwartz. At one guard, a 6'1" junior, number 24, Nolan Sparks. And in the middle, the 6'2" senior forward, number 44, Nick Boone for Tyler Dushinsky's Payson Seymour Indians. Payson Seymour in the road blues tonight with white numbers, letters, and trim. Monroe City in the home whites tonight, black numbers and letters, bright yellow gold trim around the jerseys for Monroe City. Stepping into the center circle, it'll be Brody Deeker along with Brent Holland from Monroe City, and we're ready to tip it up. Up and on the way, Monroe City will win the tip as we're underway here from the Rumble on the River, the 17th edition here from John Wood Community College. They'll wrap up action tomorrow with a whole bevy of games starting around 9:30 or 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll get the schedule to you in a little bit. Monroe City with the basketball. This is Mayfield with it. Gets it up to the corner to Holland. They'll work it around top of the key into the hands of Hayes. A little weave here. Now back into the hands of Mayfield. Working the left side. Drives down in. Up off the glass. Shot is no good. Fighting for the loose ball rebound. Still fighting, and we're going to get a foul in the backcourt. It looks to be against Payson Seymour as Nick Boone took a shot, and he'll get whistled for the foul. It'll be Boone's first, team first for Payson Seymour. Nick Boone, a talented football player for the Unity Payson program. Also leads this team in rebounding so far with 6.3 a game. Sapp looked at the long three, realized that was the college three and not the high school line, and he lets the Monroe City Panthers get into their offensive set. He'll take a step inside, fires one up, shot off the rim, no good, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Nicholas Boone. Indians will be on the run for their first touch tonight as Sparks gets it across the timeline. Over to the left side now, into the hands of Deeger. Nice basketball player. This is Sparks with it. They work it around the perimeter. Brody Deeger thought about the three. Instead, they'll continue to run a little slow half-court set here. Will the Indians driving down. It's Barker, and he knocks it down. Lane Barker with his first two. One of the leading scorers for this Payson Seymour team, averaging 12.8 a game so far. And he gets the Indians with the early lead here. Mayfield with the basketball. Takes a long three from the corner. Rolls around the rim and down, and now Nick Boone will get the rebound for Payson Seymour. Payson Seymour, winners of two straight coming in. A little bit of a slow start for Tyler Dushinsky's team as Barker will take a three. It's short. And picking up the rebound will be Brett Holland. They beat Pleasant Hill, beat Triopia at home. The first two home games of the season also for Payson Seymour, as we'll get a foul here. And it's going to go against Lane Barker. For Barker, it'll be his first, team's second of the quarter for Payson Seymour. Checking in for Monroe City, number 5, Abram Smizer. Also checking in, Wyatt DeGrave, number 23, and number 42, Blake Fanner. Monroe City with the basketball. Fanner works it over to the right wing into the hands of Hayes. They work it quickly around the perimeter to Mayfield. Back up top of the key. This is Hayes with it. Drives in. Running from about 8 feet off the glass and good. The bank's open late on Friday for Cole Hayes as he'll tie this basketball game up with 5:50 left to go in the first quarter. Sparks will work to bring it across the time stripe. He's guarded by Mayfield. This is a nice long shot from Schwartz. No good. Rebound collected by Abram Smizer. And we'll get a foul in the backcourt as Boone is going to get his second quickly here. His second, team third against Payson Seymour. And we'll get a substitution here as Landon Gooding checks in, the 5'9 sophomore guard wearing number 13. Tyler Dushinsky's squad, a team that likes to shoot the basketball a lot. And when they get hot, very, very dangerous squad to go up against. They work the basketball over into the hands of Smizer. Back up top of the key to Fanner with it. This is Mayfield. Works it down in. Smizer with it. Gets double teamed. Has to get rid of it. Finds it into the hands of DeGrave. He'll take a three. Rolls around the rim. No good. Tip in by Fanner is up and good. Give him the rebound and the bucket. And it's a 4-2 lead for the Panthers. Full court pressure here from Monroe City. Brody Deeger works to get it across, tosses a dangerous pass into Schwartz. The senior able to handle it, gets it into Sparks. Down into the corner, three ball on the way, off no good, out of the hands of Gooding. And we'll get a rebound as Deeger was able to get a hand on it, and it looks to be a foul on the floor. Quincy Mayfield will get it. It'll be his first, team first of the contest against the Panthers, as Schwartz will inbound. Nice crowd on hand here tonight on a wonderful Friday night for basketball. It's chilly outside and nice and warm here in the gym. Deeker with the basketball as they work it over on the left side. Man-to-man pressure here from Monroe City. There is a shot clock, as you'll see on the scoreboard here throughout this shootout. It's 35-second shot clock. Driving in, Sparks with it, no good, and the rebound comes down into the hands. Number 5, Abram Smizer. Mayfield quickly goes in, loses the basketball. It's tipped around. It'll get picked back up by the Panthers. Smizer with it, drives down to the free throw line, nothing there. They'll work it into the corner, now back around top of the key. DeGrave with the basketball. Spins in, goes up with it, but it'll be a travel first and a turnover against Monroe City. Jordan Martin checks in for the first time for Payson Seymour, a 5'9 senior guard, wears number 1 on the program. We saw him check in against Mendon Unity last Friday, a kid that really, really loves to get in on the defensive side. Ryan Moss checks in for Monroe City, 5'10 junior guard, wearing number 12. Working the basketball is Deeger. Drives it in quickly. Down into the corner is Gooding with it. Payson Seymour moves the ball well. Trying to find an outlet. This is Martin with it. Back into the hands of Sparks. Surveys the scene with a half quarter gone here so far. Long three ball on the way is no good. Rebound comes down to the hands of DeGrave. He's on the run with it. Martin trying to chase him. Nice little scoop layup. It doesn't fall. And we've got a fight for the rebound, and the officials say it'll go out of bounds to Monroe City. 3:44 left here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. It's 4-2, Monroe City over Payson. Mayfield will inbound the basketball. Finds it into the hands of Moss. Dribbles around. We've seen through this shootout just a little bit, players get a little bit confused by the myriad of three-point lines that are on the floor. The black three-point line, of course, is the men's college line as Mayfield goes up with it. Fanner's going to get the rebound, goes up and knocks it back in. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 baskets for Blake Fanner, and it's a 6-2 lead here for Monroe City. But we have seen, as we're going to get a foul here against the Panthers, it'll go against Moss. That's his first, team second of the quarter. But we have seen players have a little bit of a challenge here navigating the three-point lines. The dark black line on your screen is the men's three-point college line. The white line in the middle is the women's three-point college line, the one that navigates around the top of the key. And a little bit of a red is the high school three-point line. And by instinct, we have seen players just feel that they have to step back about an extra 1.5 feet behind that three-point line for the men's college line. We've seen it both in the boys and girls games here. Sparks will work to get it across the stripe. He does. Drives in quickly. Nobody to stop him, and now he'll get fouled as there will be a shove, and it will be Payson basketball out of bounds. Sparks saw the opening. No one was there to stop him. Grant Yeager picks up the foul, who just checked in here from Monroe City. Number 32, a 6-foot senior guard. They'll get it to Barker. Whips it across to Sparks, top of the key. One-handed pass into Schwartz. He'll fire one up from long range. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Brent Holland. Three ball on the way. This is Mayfield with it and good. Quincy Mayfield knocks it down for 3. And we'll get a timeout on the floor, I believe, or just getting a work to secure the net off the rim. Mayfield knocked it in. It whipped its way around the rim. 9-2 lead here in the early going for the Panthers. Monroe City just won their own 100th Monroe City tournament in exciting fashion, an overtime win over Palmyra. One of the other great teams so far to stand out in the early season here in the Northeast Missouri area. Mayfield drives into the left elbow, kicks it out. 3 ball on the way from Moss is no good. It's a tip up on the rebound. We're going to get a foul on Monroe City, and we'll head the other way. As getting the foul is going to be Toby Sapp. It'll be his first, team 4th. Payson Seymour will be in bonus for the remainder of the first quarter here. Barker looking to inbound the basketball, tries to get it to Schwartz, and they say it's going to go off of his knee and out of bounds as he was guarded by Mayfield. It'll be a turnover against Payson Seymour. But for Monroe City, this team basically returns just about everybody from last year's squad. Just checking back in is Cole Hayes, one of the sharpshooters for this team. Shot just under 40% from three-point land last season as a sophomore. Mayfield with the basketball, gets double-teamed in the corner, tries to throw it off of an Indian. Instead, throws it away, and it gets stolen by Payson. This is Barker with it. Dribbles to the right side with 2 minutes remaining in the first. Drives in, gets an opening, goes up and in. Barker with the left hand. Lane Barker with the answer to stop the bleeding here, and it's a 9-4 lead for the Panthers. They've got the basketball with 1:50 left to go. We'll get a timeout as Brock Idris wants to talk it over. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here live on Central Illinois Sports.
When you're ready to restock your pantry, go to Kay's Family Food in Camp Point, Illinois. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. through 8 p.m. Be proud, Camp Point area. Kay's Family Food is the only locally owned grocery store in Adams County outside Quincy. Delicious donuts daily, great lunch specials, fresh cut meats, fresh produce. Kay's Family Food are committed to the area and the school. When you support your local store, they can support you and your school and community. When you need to restock, think of Kay's Family Food, 593-6814.
Monroe City takes the Adams Fiber timeout for top-notch local computer sales and repair services. Adams Experts is your go-to when your computer goes down. Call 217-214-3423 for Adams Fiber. It'll be the first time out of the basketball game taken by Monroe City. For Monroe City, they won that tournament 51-47. Ryan Moss hit a three with about 26 seconds remaining to tie the basketball game. They rolled past their other two opponents in big fashion, a 77-25 win over Marion County and a 59-28 win over Louisiana, as we'll get a jump ball here in their semifinal and quarterfinal rounds respectively. It'll be a jump ball here as they got tied up under the basket. It'll go to Payson Seymour. Brian Shoemaker, Gavin Hilgenbrink running the camera for us tonight. It's a touchdown pass as Sparks is going to go all the way with it. And Nolan Sparks on the big pass from Deeker. And it's a 9-6 basketball game. Down into the corner. They work it quickly around the perimeter. This is Mayfield, another long three. His second of the contest, and the Panthers back up by 6, 12-6 here. Starting to work our way down to the end of the first quarter. So glad you're joining us along tonight on Central Illinois Sports. If it's your first time, give us a follow on that YouTube channel. We broadcast a lot of ball games all season long. We'll take you all the way through the super sectionals and boys basketball. Deeker with it, takes a few dribbles into the corner, and now we're going to get a turnover. As checking back in for Monroe City will be Wyatt DeGrave, number 23, along with Abram Smizer, number 5. Especially if you're joining us from Monroe City, just be patient with us. We don't see the Panthers at all during a normal season. This is a little bit of a new thing for us to see some Missouri teams. Mayfield drives in, goes up with the right hand. It'll be a travel, though, as he took an extra step, and it'll be a turnover against Monroe City. Jordan Martin will check back in here for Payson Seymour with less than a minute to go in the first. Extended pressure, it's a zone press from Monroe City. Schwartz will get the basketball, cross-court pass. They get it back into the hands of Deeker with about 30 seconds left to go here in the first. Still man-to-man pressure in the half-court side for Monroe City. Driving in is Schwartz. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line as Abram Smizer comes up limping just a little bit after that play. Wyatt DeGrave will pick up the foul. It's his first, team 5th of the quarter, as we have failed to update our fouls here on the scoreboard. Schwartz will take the first free throw, rolls around the rim, and good. Check out the Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. The Friday meals at the Moose Lodge 420, new specials each week. The food is hot and the drinks are cold at the Moose Lodge 420, located on the square in Pittsfield. Schwartz fires up the first and second, one of the leading free throw shooters on this team, and he cuts it back down to a 4-point disadvantage for Payson Seymour. Mayfield works the basketball. Long toss over on the left side now to DeGrave. Another dangerous cross-court pass into the hands of Hayes. Gets double-teamed in the corner. Tosses it back out. Cross-court passes everywhere from Monroe City. They dribble in. It's DeGrave losing the basketball. This is Deeker with it. Up to Schwartz. 5 seconds. 4. Cross-court pass. 3 seconds. Long three in the hands of Payson Seymour. Knocks it down. And it's a 3 for Landon Gooding at the buzzer for Payson Seymour. After 1 quarter of play, Monroe City 12, Payson Seymour 11. We'll be right back with you here in 1 minute on Central Illinois Sports.
I'm attractive, I got to have it. It's like magic, I'm so dramatic. Call it classic, reach out and drop it. Super massive, feels like I'm going hello.
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Are you planning on building? Let Pike County Lumber help. Whether it's big or small, we have everything you need. We carry all building materials like siding, roofing, cabinets, decking, doors, and windows, just to name a few. We also have plumbing and electrical supplies along with tools. From building your shop, your brand new home, or kitchen and bath remodel, Pike County Lumber is here to help. We're family owned for 3 generations. Pike County Lumber. For all your building needs, come see us in Pittsfield.
Welcome you back here on Central Illinois Sports. As we get ready for the second quarter of play, we'll tell you about McCartney Storage. Located on the north end of Pittsfield, McCartney Storage, a great place to store your boats, RVs, extra vehicles, and more. With affordable monthly rates, why look anywhere else? Call 217-248-0011 for McCartney Storage. It'll be Monroe City basketball here to begin our second quarter of play. Payson Seymour able to knock down a shot at the buzzer as Brody Deeker knocked it down from the left side to cut this back down to a one-point basketball game. Quincy Mayfield has knocked down a couple of triples for the Panthers. And both teams causing some turnover havoc on the other end defensively for each side. It'll be Monroe City basketball here to start the second as Mayfield looks against the zone from Payson Seymour. Over to the left side to DeGrave. He'll get it into the lane, kicks it right back out to Mayfield, knocks down his third triple of the contest. Quincy Mayfield with 3 from long range. Monroe City 15, Payson at 11 as we are just underway here in the second. Schwartz will work the basketball across the time stripe. 13 points a game for the senior. Also puts in about 2 assists, 2 steals. He'll work it to the left side. Cutting back is Barker, nothing there on the backdoor cut. Now they'll find him flashing out on the right side. Down into Deeker, who just knocked down the 3. They try to find Sparks in the lane. They'll kick it right back out. Long 3 ball again. And out of the hands as Landon Gooding, that's Schwartz. Schwartz with the basketball as we trade triples, and we're back down to a 1-point contest, and we'll get a foul here in the backcourt. Sparks will pick up the foul for Payson Seymour. It's his first, team first of the quarter with 7:03 going here in the second. Seeing Marty Smizer stretch his leg there a little bit on the far end of the court for Monroe City on the bench. Down into the corner, this is Hayes with it. Front of the rim, no good. He'll get his own rebound. Drives baseline, has to kick it back out into the hands of DeGrave. He'll fire one up for 3, and that one is good. Monroe City, hot shooting here so far. Plenty of triples falling, and they have an 18-14 lead. Deeker with the basketball. Nice pass in the cut to Barker. He'll fade away, no good. Nick Boone, rebound. Up and not good, it won't fall. As Boone got the offensive board. DeGrave with it on the run for Monroe City. He'll get it down to Hayes. They try to get it down on the backdoor cut to Brent Holland. Instead, Deeker gets a foot on it and will reset. Landon Gooding checks back in for Payson Seymour. Checking in for Monroe City, Toby Sapp along with Blake Fanner. It'll be a box formation here for Monroe City as Mayfield was the inbound man. They work it around. It's Hayes. He'll knock down another one. An open shot for Hayes, and he knocks it down from long range. It's back to a 7-point advantage here for Monroe City. Payson quickly works it back down to the opposite end. They'll get it into the hands of Deeker. He'll try for the answer, but he will get fouled and head to the free throw line for 3 shots. Will Brody Deeker, as getting the foul is going to be Cole Hayes. His first, team first of the quarter. As Deeker heads to the free throw line, we'll tell you about Waters Concrete, offering quality concrete for your new build. Driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, anything with concrete. Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Call 309-252-1052 for Waters Concrete as the first one rolls around the rim and does not fall for Brody Deeker. Marty Smizer will check back in for Monroe City after the second one here, so we'll still shoot 3. Brody Deeker averages just over 8 points a game for this Indian squad, along with pulling down nearly 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Knocks down the second free throw. He's still got 1 to go here. We will be back here tomorrow evening as the Palmyra Panthers will take on Griggsville Perry. That is a scheduled 6:30 start time. We hope you'll join us for that. We'll get the stream fired up just about 15-20 minutes beforehand and get our pregame show going about 10 minutes before the start of the contest. Deeker got 1 of 3. Monroe City with the basketball. They whip it back over to Hayes. He's had a hot hand. Stops, pops, no good, and Schwartz will get the rebound for Payson Seymour. Behind the back dribbles, he has to work it across the time stripe. A little bit of contact from Hayes. Instead, they'll work it to the right side to Barker. Tough drive up with the left hand, no good. And the rebound grab by Toby Sapp. He's on the run for Monroe City. 5:27 left here in the second. They try to get it to Mayfield. It's stolen away, though, instead. It's Deeker, and he'll get a little bit of contact with Sapp, and they're going to get Toby Sapp for the foul. For Sapp, it'll be his second, team second against the Panthers here with 5:15 left to go in the first half. And they say that's going to be a shooting foul. And they're going to put Deeker to the free throw line. Now they'll get it corrected, and we're going to go out of bounds. Abram Smizer will check back in for Monroe City. Jordan Martin also checks back in for Payson Seymour along with Nolan Sparks. Schwartz will be the inbound man. Kicks it out on the baseline. They'll work it around top of the key, flashing out as Schwartz. Instead, they find a diving Landon Gooding open in the block. A nice inbound play for the Indians. It's 21-17 as they found Gooding all alone as everyone cleared out in the lane. Panthers with the basketball. This is Smizer down into Mayfield. Had the hot hand here in the first half. Spin move against Schwartz goes in. He'll get bumped, and he's going to go to the free throw line as Blake Schwartz will get the foul. For Schwartz, it'll be his first. Second of the quarter here against Payson Seymour. Quincy Mayfield will head to the free throw line, and we'll tell you about LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing. 217-285-2808. Trucking for all of your needs. See the Dunham boys and their professional team at LSSD Trucking and 3D Leasing in Pittsfield. Mayfield knocks down the first one. Averaged 12 points a game last season along with 3.5 assists for this Panthers squad. He'll knock down both free throws here, and it's back to a 6-point advantage. Deeger with it, challenged by Mayfield. Now they'll get a foul here at midcourt. For Mayfield, that'll be his second. Team third of the quarter here against Monroe City. Ryan Moss will check into the basketball game. Mayfield will get a breather with the 2 fouls for Monroe City. For Monroe City, it's been a pretty active fall and early winter here. This team made it all the way into the championship game of the Class II District 7 postseason. Lost that game to South Shelby as Schwartz's shot no good. Fanner trying to get it, and we're going to get chased out of bounds as it'll go off of Smizer and back to Payson Seymour. Brock Eaters, of course, the defensive coordinator for that Monroe City football team, has said a lot to local media. He said, I know the importance of getting some time off. He said, when you see these guys all the way through August to now, he said, it's nice to have a little bit of a break. So they will be off after tonight for 17 days until their next contest. They were just here last night and defeated Troy Buchanan 65-27. Tyler Dushinsky, I believe, asking a little bit of a question on the reset of the shot clock here. Many of the shootouts in the area playing with the 35-second shot clock, and of course this will be standard across the state of Illinois coming up in the next scholastic year. Sparks with the basketball, tries to find Schwartz in the backdoor cut. Instead, he'll give it to Martin. Overhand pass, they'll get it down into Deeker on the right wing. Guarded out by Fanner. Slides to the pick. Deeger tries to go in, kicks it down into the corner. Long 3 ball, no good. And the rebound will be collected by Marty Smizer. Panthers on the run here. They give it to Abram Smizer. 2 Smizers on the court at the same time, but knocking down the 3 is Ryan Moss. Monroe City hot-handed from behind the arc here so far in the first half. It's 26-17. 9-point advantage is the largest of the game so far for the Panthers with 4 minutes left to go in the first half on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Deeger drives in, stops at the block, goes up off the glass and good. That is a tough take for Brody Deeger. 26-19 our score. We also remind you the Pittsfield Sockies taking on the North Green Spartans tonight. The Hull boys have that covered for you also here on Central Illinois Sports. Put one on your tablet, put one on your phone, whatever your favorite viewing device is, and watch both games. Driving in, nice take on the baseline for Marty Smizer. He'll put 2 more on the board. Back to a 9-point advantage. Deeger will work it across the time stripe. Tosses it into Sparks. Number advantage here for Payson Seymour. Up and under is Landon Gooding, and he'll get fouled by Fanner and head to the free throw line. For Fanner, it'll be his first, fourth of the quarter against Monroe City. Gooding heads to the free throw line, the 5'9 sophomore, averaging 6.3 points a contest to go along with just under 2 rebounds. His first in and out of the rim, no good. As we tell you about Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Give Damon a call at 217-285-4404 for Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank. Gooding knocks down the second, and we've got a timeout taken by Tyler Dushinsky, and we will take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. Don't go anywhere. We're right back with you here in 30 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Payson Seymour takes their first time out of the contest. It's an Adams Network timeout. For reliable, worry-free internet that doesn't buffer and can handle whatever life throws at you, Adams Fiber is local and provides the ultimate internet experience available. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more about Adams Networks and Adams Fiber. Each team has burned one timeout here in the first half. Monroe City with the basketball. They work it around the perimeter. This is back into the hands of Smizer. Driving in now, this is Cole Hayes. Free throw jumper, no good. And getting the rebound is Brody Deeker for Payson Seymour. 2:50 left to go in this one as Monroe City has had a hot hand. They toss it down into the corner. Three ball in the way is up and good. Landon Gooding knocks one down from the left corner. Much needed basket for the Indians as it's 28-23. Monroe City working the basketball. They like to work it around this perimeter as they get it to Moss. His three no good, and Gooding will get a rebound. Double teamed. He's got to get rid of it, and the officials say it'll be a travel as he got tripped up just a little bit. Monroe City has hit a lot of triples tonight. Payson Seymour can do the same. This team has knocked down a lot of threes in a lot of time. They made 12 threes in the season opener against Liberty. And we're going to get a foul against Monroe City, an offensive foul, and that's going to go against Brent Holland, as they say got caught on the moving screen. It'll be his first, team fifth of the quarter here against Monroe City. Grant Yeager will check back in for Monroe City, along with Wyatt DeGrave. It'll be full court pressure here from Monroe City. Man-to-man look. It's another touchdown pass into the hands of Sparks. He's got one man to beat, goes up on the right block. He'll be blocked and fouled, though, from Abram Smizer. And Sparks will head back to the free throw line for two more. Sparks will head back to the free throw line. The 6'1 junior averages 7 points a game and just under 3 assists. Lines up the first one out of the right hand, rolls around the rim, and falls to cut it back to a 4-point deficit. Bowlers Universe. Come enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m., 10 p.m., Fridays, 11 to midnight, and Saturdays, 4 to midnight. Burgers, crafts, food, fun, friends, the whole 9 yards at Bowlers Universe, way on the west end of Pittsfield. Sparks knocks down both of them. It's 28-25, Monroe City with the lead in what's been a pretty fun basketball game here so far. Hayes with it down into the hands of DeGrave. He'll fire up a three in and out of the rim, and Schwartz will get the rebound for Payson Seymour. But as we told you, as Schwartz looked at the three, Payson Seymour can knock down a lot of them. 12 in the season opener. They rattled off a flurry as they came down from 16 behind in the second half. And what ended up being a 1-point loss at Unity a week ago. Nice little acrobatic layup there for Cole Hayes. Give him 2 in the transition basket. As the Panthers re-extend to 5 here with 1:20 left to go in the first half. Schwartz with the basketball, works it around, will get contact, and it's going to be an offensive foul as taking the charge is Cole Hayes. As they say, Schwartz had a little bit too much contact with the elbow. It'll be Schwartz's second, team third against Payson Seymour. Jordan Martin will check back in here for the Indians. A little bit of a quick moment here as the officials get gathered up for a moment. They're going to issue a technical foul here against the Payson Seymour bench. So we will get free throws here for Monroe City. For Payson Seymour, it'll be their fourth foul of the quarter as Hayes is going to step to the free throw line for the technical shots. While he does that, we tell you about RealNet and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport. RealNet and Twine, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Give them a call at 217-285-5013 for RealNet and Twine. Hayes knocks down the second free throw. It'll be Monroe City basketball after the technical foul. Checking back in will be Brent Holland for Monroe City. 1:16 left to go here in the first half. They'll work it over to Marty Smizer. Back around, flashing out is Hayes. DeGrave with the basketball. They work it down into Holland. He hasn't had a lot of offensive touches here. Goes up with it, no good. Flying in for the rebound. It's an offensive board for Abram Smizer. Second chance opportunity here for Monroe City. Holland sets a couple of picks. They'll get it to him at the right elbow instead. Back into the hands of Hayes. He'll fire one up from long range. That's almost a four-pointer. Sparks with the rebound. Payson Seymour gives it to Barker. Goes up strong with the right hand. Lane Barker loves to find those creases in the defense. Drive through and take it up strong. 31-27, our ball game here. They'll work it around to Abram Smizer, guarded out by Gooding. 20 seconds left to go here. Marty Smizer, three from the left corner is good. Marty Smizer knocks it down. Monroe City can't miss from long range. And just like that, back to a 7-point advantage. Payson will get the basketball. It's a 2-for-1 opportunity here with 6 seconds left. Sparks drives into the free throw line, goes up with the right hand. It's no good. The rebound collected by Marty Smizer, and we've reached the end of the first half. Monroe City 34, Payson Seymour 27 as we've reached the Little Jess Motors halftime show. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes of break, and when we come back, we'll tell you more about this one and get you ready for tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Your friends at Little Jess Motor Company are proud to sponsor today's halftime show. As you start to wrap up your presents at Little Jess, we're ready to wrap up the year. What better way to show your love than by giving the gift of a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram from Little Jess? During the Wrap Up the Year sales event, you can save up to $10,000 on a 24 Jeep Wagoneer with select competitive model. Get a new $60,000 2025 Ram Crew Cab Bighorn for just $49,325. Looking for a new Wrangler to get you through the snow? Drive one for just $499 per month. Season's greetings from Little Jess, serving the Tri-States for 7 decades.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Kate Marable, real estate broker with Hometown Real Estate, would like to say good luck to all area teams and hopes everyone has a successful and healthy season. When you're in the market for a new home or would like to sell your home, be sure to call Kate Marable. Kate is a lifelong resident of the area and has experience in first-time home buyers, FHA, USDA, and VA loans. Call Kate Marable at 217-370-9809. That's 370-9809 for Kate Marable and Hometown Real Estate.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
At Farmers State Bank at Camp Point, we're proud to have been a part of our community for over a century, supporting families, athletes, and fans every step of the way. Just like your favorite Panthers team, we're dedicated to giving our best. With over 100 banks and ATMs throughout the area, we're here to help you on and off the field, no matter where the game takes you. So whether you're cheering in the stands, traveling to the next big game, or just supporting your community, trust Farmers State Bank of Camp Point to be with you all the way. Farmers State Bank of Camp Point, where tradition meets hometown pride.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess Motors Halftime Show. Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Quincy, Illinois. Family owned and operated. Their staff will make the car buying process simple, ensuring each customer's needs are satisfied. You can learn more anytime at littlejessmotor.com or stop by and see them in person at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Well, it's been a fun one here so far as Monroe City leads Payson Seymour 34-27 at half. It was a 12-11 contest with Monroe City with the lead at the end of the first. Both teams have traded three-pointers in a flurry here in the first half. And what's a little bit of a high-scoring affair here to get us to our 7-point gap between the two teams here at halftime. A little bit of a foul disparity here, though. For Payson Seymour, Lane Barker with 1, Blake Schwartz with 2, Nolan Sparks with 1, Nick Boone with 2 fouls for Payson Seymour. On the opposite side for Monroe City, Quincy Mayfield with 2, Abram Smizer, Cole Hayes, Ryan Moss, Brent Holland each with 1 foul, Toby Saps got 2, Wyatt DeGrave, Grant Yeager, and Blake Fanner each with 1 foul apiece. There are plenty of games here tomorrow at the JWCC Rumble on the River, including a lot of local teams from the area. We will be here for the 6:30 contest between Griggsville Perry as they'll take on a very good Palmyra Panthers team from the Missouri side of the river. At 9:30 tomorrow morning, the North Shelby girls take on the Liberty girls, and the same thing on the boys' side. North Shelby versus Liberty at 11 a.m. Cairo, Missouri takes on the Quincy Notre Dame girls, who were just a winner earlier tonight over Boonville. That'll be the 12:30 contest, and the Cairo boys will take on the Camp Point Central boys at 2 o'clock. Boonville girls take on Quincy High at 3:30. Palmyra girls take on the West Hancock girls at 5 o'clock, and Palmyra will take on Griggsville Perry in that boys contest at 6:30. They'll wrap up this shootout at 8 o'clock with Herman, Missouri taking on Keokuk, Iowa on the girls' side. It's been a fun one here so far. We remind you, Pittsfield and North Green at halftime right now. North Green leads Pittsfield 22-16. You can also watch that here on our Central Illinois Sports platform as Charlie Jack and John Hull giving you all the action from that one as we are getting well underway here on the Central Illinois Sports schedule for 2024-25. We'll take another break here on the Little Jess Jeep halftime show. When we come back, more analysis and more as we get you ready for the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball here live on Central Illinois Sports.
Your Jeep, truck, and SUV are only as good as the tires and rims they run on. On or off-road, go full throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Stottsy Automotive and Tire, located at 201 Adams Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is your local automotive repair shop. Whether you need an oil change, brake job, alignment, engine repair, or new tires, Stottsy Automotive is here with honest and competitive pricing. Call Reagan and his team today to schedule your appointment. 217-740-5010. That's 217-740-5010 for Stottsy Automotive and Tire.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess Motors Halftime Show. Little Jess, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Quincy, Illinois will make your car buying process simple. Family owned and operated. Come see them in person at 3431 Main Street in Quincy, or spend some time this weekend visiting them online at littlejessmotor.com and find your next vehicle today, and tell them the guys from Central Illinois Sports sent you. Both teams out of the locker room as we'll get ready for the second half here. Brian Shoemaker on play-by-play. Gavin Hilgenbrink being so kind to run the camera for us here tonight from John Wood Community College and Mountain Dew Court for the 17th annual Rumble on the River. This has been going on since Monday. We'll continue with a flurry of games tomorrow to wrap up this shootout as they've collected some talented teams from around the area. It'll be Payson Seymour basketball to start our second half as we are underway. They try to get it into Schwartz. He was cutting on the baseline, and the pass went behind him. It'll be out of bounds on a quick turnover back to Monroe City. The only loss from Monroe City so far this season, they fell to Canton, 65-42. Among their wins, they've also defeated a really nice Illini West team, 63-57 in overtime. They get it into Holland. He'll go up high off the glass, and Monroe City looking to get Blake Holland involved here quickly. It's been a quiet first half for him. Schwartz will dribble across the man-to-man coverage. Gets it across the half line. Now they get it up into Sparks. Gets past Mayfield. Drives in, free throw line, back out to Barker. He'll take it around top of the key. Drives in. Barker goes up high with the right hand. No good. Boone flying in for the rebound, but instead it's collected by Toby Sapp. And Mayfield will get the travel call there as he drug the foot as he was trying to go left. Still a nice crowd. We invite you out here tomorrow. Pretty easy facility to get to. Plenty of parking, plenty of seating. It is a comfortable environment here with a nice sound system to boot. Sparks with the basketball, tries to toss it up to Deeker. He'll get shoved from behind as they say Marty Smizer had his hands on him. For Smizer, it'll be his first personal foul, team first of the quarter against Monroe City. Titletown, as they call it, Monroe City. This is Barker driving into triple coverage, dumps it down into Sparks. Tosses it back out. Deeker's three, in and out of the rim, no good. Holland will get the rebound. Tosses it up all the way into Hayes. Holland pulls down about 6 boards a game to go along with 6 points. This is Mayfield. Had the fiery hand in the first, and he still got it in the second. Knocks down another triple, and it's 39-27. 12-point advantage, the largest of the contest so far from Monroe City. Payson Seymour needs to answer. They get it into Sparks. Tries to toss it into Boone, and it'll go out of bounds. Landon Gooding will check back in for Payson Seymour. Payson Seymour has been able to fight their way out of some holes. We told you last Friday they were down by 16 in the second half to Mendon Unity. Came back, made it a one-point contest with an opportunity to win on a heave at the buzzer. Mayfield will drive in. His shot no good on the layup. Payson on the run. This is Barker with it. Long pass into Deeker. Stops. Shot no good on the runner. He'll get his own rebound. There will be a flop warning coming up against Monroe City, as we're going to get a whistle stoppage here, and they'll report the flop warning. It'll be inbound for Monroe City. So what you see in a high school game, if you will see the officials with two hands palm up, lifting their arms up and down, that's going to be a flop warning. Second flop warning would result in a technical foul. Mayfield will work the basketball over to the right side. Hands it back off to Hayes. Payson Seymour in a man-to-man defense. Hayes with the basketball. They work it back up to Sapp. On the right side, back to Mayfield. Holland in the post for Monroe City. 5:32 left here in the third. Long pass back out. Sapp with it. His three is no good. And Sparks trying to get the rebound. He'll get bumped, though, as Sapp was trying to chase it down, and Toby Sapp will get the foul. For Sapp, it'll be his third personal, team second against the Panthers. And we'll get a substitution here for the Panthers as Abram Spicer will check back in. Brock Idris able to go deep into this bench, as we're also going to see Wyatt DeGrave along with Blake Fanner check back in. Depth in the front court, depth in the back court for this team. Steal from Monroe City, but they'll turn it right back over as they tried to get it to Mayfield. We'll get a timeout on the floor. It's an Adams Fiber timeout as Tyler Dushinsky wants to talk things over with his team. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you here in 30 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Kaylee Fessler. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
The Indians take the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for the fastest internet experience available. That speeds up to 1 gigabit. That means you'll never buffer while watching high school basketball here on Central Illinois Sports. Give the guys a follow at followthefiber.net for Adams Networks and Adams Fiber. Payson Seymour still with 3 timeouts at their disposal. Monroe City still with 4 as we are getting into the latter half of the third quarter. Payson Seymour, nice movement here as they'll get to Schwartz. He'll get fouled from behind, as getting the foul should be Wyatt DeGrave. His second, team third. Something Monroe City does not want to do is get Payson Seymour to the free throw line. Sparks drives in, gets it up with the right hand as he's able to get past Mayfield. Another tough take for Nolan Sparks. Makes it 41-27, as we'll get our scoreboard adjusted here. Mayfield knocks it down. They're adjusting the scoreboard. I think they messed it up just as we did. 41-29 our score. Monroe City with the lead as Payson has the basketball. They get it to Barker. Down into the corner, this is Deeker again. Shot just off the front of the iron, and Mayfield will get the rebound. Long toss down into the hands of DeGrave. Goes up with the left hand, and the officials say that's going to be a walk before he can get the shot off. Turnover for Monroe City. Gives it back to Payson Seymour with 4:11. Monroe City 41, Payson Seymour 29 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Sparks with the basketball. To Schwartz with it. Tries to work it to the right side to Barker. He gets a lane in the three-man weaves. Goes up with the left hand. Count the basket for Lane Barker. He'll go to the line for one more. Foul will be the fourth of the quarter against Monroe City. As Lane Barker will step to the free throw line. 12.8 points a game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, nearly 3 steals. Mayfield will pick up his third foul of the quarter here for Monroe, or of the basketball game for Monroe City, excuse me. Shot is up and Barker knocks it down. Hayes will check back in for Monroe City. Mayfield will get a seat with now 3 fouls. Hayes works it across. Here comes the double team from Payson Seymour. Dangerously dribbling up around, and now it's going to be a turnover as the Indians able to get their half-court press and jump trap established as they won, as Gooding was able to force the turnover. Sparks with the basketball. Still a man-to-man look here from Monroe City. Schwartz drives in, kicks it back out Sparks. He'll drive in. One-handed pass over to Deeker. Back to Sparks. Drives in, gets past everybody, goes up short. Runner with the right hand is no good, and they say it'll go off the Panthers last. Moss will check back in for Monroe City. DeGrave will sit down as Payson Seymour will inbound underneath their own basket as they'll work to get Grant Yeager into the contest as well. Payson Seymour a record of 3-5, but it is a little bit deceiving. Barring a lopsided loss to West Hancock, who is going to put lopsided losses on a lot of teams' records this season, Payson Seymour has only lost games by an average of 7.5 points. This is a team that likes to compete and finds themselves in the battle all the time. And, of course, you remember a couple of years ago, this team lost a lot of games in a row, came into the postseason right around 500 and ended up winning and also defeating a top-seeded team in the state in New Berlin in the process. Smizer will get the shot for Monroe City. We will get the scoreboard adjusted as they have adjusted it again at the scores table. It's now 44-32. Schwartz drives in, collides, and it's going to be a charging foul as they say Moss will get the contact. Schwartz will get the foul. It's going to be his third. Schwartz down just for a minute there after the contact. Barker will get a seat here for the Indians. 3:02 left to go here in the third. Working it down the court is Hayes. Back up top to Smizer. They'll work it around the perimeter into the hands of Ryan Moss. Payson Seymour works this zone pretty well. They can extend you a little further out than you'd like to be sometimes. Right back into the hands of Smizer. His 3 off the front of the rim. It's a fight for the loose ball rebound, and Deeker will come up with it. Schwartz with it on the right side. Drives baseline. He'll get fouled, though, as Smizer will collect the call. The second for Marty Smizer. It'll be the 5th of the quarter against Monroe City, and now Payson heads to the free throw line for the remaining 2:30 here of the quarter in bonus situation. PCRE has a real estate lineup of experienced brokers. They sell it all: tillable farmland, hunting and recreational properties, commercial buildings, residential homes, investment properties, anything in between. See all of their current listings online at PCRErealestate.com, our official scoreboard sponsor here on Central Illinois Sports. Schwartz will knock down the first. Scored 19 points in the win over Pleasant Hill earlier this week. It was their first contest at home so far this season. Long pass down into the corner into the hands of Marty Smizer. They give it right back to it. Back over to the left side now. They work it down into the corner. Ryan Moss. Nice ball movement again here from Monroe City. Yeager in the post setting blocks at the elbows. They'll get it out to him as he steps outside of the arc with 2:07 left to go. Driving baseline is Hayes. Stops, pops, little fade away from about 12 feet out. That is a tough shot for Cole Hayes. Knocks it down. It's a 13-point advantage for Monroe City. Nice toss down into Sparks. He'll kick it right back out to Schwartz, though. Schwartz's three no good. Sparks might have had the opportunity to knock it down. They'll get the offensive rebound. Can't find it on the second try. With the rebound is Abram Smizer. 1:27 left to go here in the third. Down in the corner to Yeager. He'll drive baseline. Kicks it back out. One extra pass into the hands of Moss. He can't finish. And Deeker will get the rebound and get a foul as Abram Smizer will get whistled. Second foul against Abram Smizer as we'll head back down to the other end. As we do that, we tell you about Logan Agri-Service, locations in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, Knox City, Wayland, Monticello, and Payson, Missouri. Call 217-833-2375 for Logan Agri-Service. Substitutions coming in on both sides after the first free throws. Deeker will head back for two. Payson Seymour still very much in this contest. Things get a little bit quiet here at Mountain Dew Court as Deeker lines up the first. Rolls around off the front end of the rim and goes down. Dalton Phillips checks back in for the first time today for Payson Seymour. 6-foot senior forward wearing number 20. Jordan Barker also checks back in. Along with Barker, or one more will come in. That'll be Nick Boone if the free throw is made. Holland checked in for Monroe City, along with, I believe, Toby Sapp. Nicholas Boone will check in. Second free throw is good for Deeker. It's 46-35. Nick Boone averages 6 rebounds a game. He is never really in the game too often, though. Doesn't log a ton of minutes, but he is a big presence inside and able to get rebounds. Shot no good. Second chance for Smizer is good. Marty Smizer knocks it down from long range. It's 49-35. Sparks drives into the left block. Nowhere to go. Overhand pass into Barker. His three from the right corner, no good, and Holland will get the rebound. 35 seconds left to go. Shot clock is just about now to be turned off after the whistle. Barker will get the foul. It's his second, team's second foul of the quarter for Payson Seymour. Monroe City works it into the corner. This is Moss with it. Looks around to the left side, gets it up to Holland near the top of the key. 20 seconds left to go. And we're going to get a foul in the post. It's going to head the other way as they say Smizer had a little bit of a push off there trying to set the pick. And he'll get his third foul and we'll head back as Deeger will check back in for Payson Seymour along with Schwartz. Payson Seymour has the length of the floor to go here. Barker will inbound. Monroe City will step back to a half-court defense here with 17 seconds left in the third. It'll be Monroe City basketball, barring a tie-up or change of possession. Quick stop there as one of the officials spoke with Brock Idris as they are working to establish where the coach's box starts and stops. 10 seconds left to go here in the third. Sparks with the basketball to Schwartz. This is Barker, top of the key. Sparks flying down on the baseline. Now they'll get it handed off to him with 4 seconds. 3 seconds. A weave into Schwartz. His three from the top of the key, no good. And a quick rebound from Gooding. Doesn't fall as well. We've reached the end of the third quarter. It's Monroe City 49, Payson Seymour 35. Come back for fourth quarter play-by-play with us here in 1 minute.
GSI Grain Bins maximize your profitability from the initial site to developing your custom grain storage plan to the completion of the project. Mixer Lumber Company, we will be with you every step of the way. Mixer Lumber Company, your trusted GSI grain bin dealer.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs, or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Welcome you back here to John Wood Community College and Mountain Dew Court as we get ready for the fourth quarter in our final game of the night here at the Rumble on the River Shootout. This is the 17th year for this event. John Wood Community College does a nice job now of collecting some nice teams around the area to entertain basketball fans from both sides of the river and up north into Iowa as well, as we see Keokuk, Iowa come down for some games as well. It'll be Monroe City basketball to start our final frame here. They work the basketball into Hayes. Back top of the key to Holland. This is Mayfield who's back into the contest after sitting most of the third quarter with 3 fouls. He'll go up, gets tipped out of bounds, and it'll go back to Monroe City. Mayfield with it. He'll be the inbound man here for Monroe City. Kicks the basketball out down into the corner. This is Moss with it. Takes a few dribbles. They'll work it back around the perimeter as Payson really able to extend on this zone. Hayes with it. His three no good. It'll go out of bounds, and it'll go back to Payson Seymour. Sparks with the basketball will cross the half line. Still a man-to-man look here from Monroe City. We haven't really seen much else. Nice backdoor cut from Lane Barker. Barker will get the quick deuce on the nice backdoor cut. 49-37 our score. Little plays like that get Payson right back into the basketball game in a hurry. And we'll get a foul at midcourt as Blake Schwartz is going to pick up, if our statistics are correct, which we say that with about 81% accuracy. It'll be his 4th personal foul. First of the contest of the quarter. As Jordan Martin will check back in, and Schwartz will get a little bit of a breather here. We'll see if Payson Seymour goes offense-defense to keep Schwartz on the basketball floor. Holland with it at the top of the key. Works to the elbow, tries to find Mayfield. Instead, he'll get it into the hands of Ryan Moss. Nice job here by Dalton Phillips. Doing hard work here against Holland. He'll pick up the foul there, though. It'll be his first, team second of the quarter. Holland pops up top of the keys. Mayfield flashes out on the left wing. One-handed passes. They'll work it quickly around the perimeter. They find it into the hands of Holland at the block. Back out to Mayfield. Fakes right, goes left, goes into 2 defenders. He'll get fouled and should go to the free throw line. Dalton Phillips will quickly pick up 2 fouls here. It'll be the 3rd of the quarter against Payson Seymour. Mayfield steps to the free throw line. As we told you earlier, averaged 12 points a game and 3.5 assists last season. Wyatt DeGrave checks back in for Monroe City. Panthers looking to get a big win here as they'll take 17 days off after this contest. They'll take off the holidays and enjoy time with their friends and family. We hope you do too. Mayfield knocks down both free throws. Back to a 14-point advantage here for Monroe City. They get it to Barker. He'll drive in, goes up with the left hand, and the contact, they say, is going to be a charge, as they say Holland was there waiting. No correction. They're going to say it's on Holland. Someone has overruled someone. It's going to be a foul on Holland instead. It'll be his second and the team first. Barker will step back to the free throw line here for Payson Seymour. We very clearly thought we saw somebody signal a charge. Barker takes a few extra dribbles. The senior takes a breath. Out of the left hand and through the net is good. Pike County Concrete, when you need concrete for your next job, give Pike County Concrete a call, 217-285-5548, locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville. Second one is also up and good, 51-39, 6:25 left to go here in the contest. They get it into the hands of DeGray. Drives baseline against Martin, tries to get it into Holland. Loses it, gets it back, goes up with it with the right hand. A tough take for Holland, finishes with 2. Deeker with the basketball. Tries to drive through Holland, gets tied up as now Hayes is going to get a hand on it. And they say Hayes will get whistled for the foul. His second, team second. Smizer will come back in. Marty Smizer will come back in, that is, for Monroe City. And Schwartz will come back into the basketball game for Payson Seymour. He dives down. They get the basketball into him. Goes up off the glass, no good. Holland tries to get in on it. And it will stay with Payson Seymour. Payson Seymour gets it to Deeker. Drives in. Tough take through everybody. Tucks it in like he was running a football through the line. And able to finish on the layup. 53-41. Payson Seymour trails by 12 here with 5.5 to go. It'll be an offensive foul as Deeger is going to get the contact. Drew Mayfield into him, a little bit of an elbow shove, and Mayfield is now going to pick up his 4th personal foul. His 4th, team 3rd. We will see what happens here as we get a timeout on the floor. Timeout Monroe City. It's a full timeout. Don't go anywhere. We're right back with you here in 60 seconds on Central Illinois Sports.
The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Make sure you include the Damon guys to get it right the first time. Residential and commercial, new builds, or existing. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Monroe City takes the Adams Fiber timeout. For reliable, worry-free internet that doesn't buffer and can handle whatever life throws at you, Adams Fiber is local and provides the ultimate internet experience available. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more about our good friends at Adams Fiber. Both teams still with 3 timeouts left to go here in the remaining 5:25. Payson Seymour with the basketball, trailing by 12. Down into the corner to Schwartz. Nice pass down into Deeker. His shot a little high over the rim. Collected by Hayes. Monroe City with it. This is Marty Smizer with the basketball. Left open. Drives in up off the glass. He'll get fouled and head to the free throw line for 2. Dalton Phillips will get the foul. It's his third, team fourth. Smizer will step to the free throw line here. Had 11 points in the win over Troy Buchanan last night. 8 of those came in the third quarter as he knocks down the first free throw. As he eyes up the second, we remind you about our good friends over at Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday at a newsstand near you. That's Robin Otker's team at the Pike County Express. This is Sparks with the basketballs. They work it over to Deeker. Monroe City has extended this lead out to 14 points after the 2 free throws. Deeker goes up high off the glass. No good. It's a fight for the rebound. It'll be a jump, and we'll head back the opposite direction for Monroe City. Well, okay, so they're going to whistle it against Deeker then. His first. Team number 5, but they also whistled a jump ball and have changed the arrow. So they might want to get that corrected if that's going to be the case. Boone has checked back into the contest. First shot is up and good from Cole Hayes. North Green defeats Pittsfield tonight 42-18 as the Sockies muster just 2 points up in the second half against what is appearing to be a reasonably good North Green squad. Payson with the basketball as Barker's with it, tosses it down into the hands of Phillips. His shot goes way high off the glass. Nick Boone comes flying in and he'll get fouled. Smizer should pick up the foul, but they say instead that's going to go against Holland. It'll be his third as Fanner comes back into the basketball game. It'll be out of bounds underneath the basket. Payson Seymour believes Boone was going up with it, and we'll see what the officials say. It'll be Payson Seymour basketball out of bounds, they say, as we'll get back into action. It'll be a timeout. Payson Seymour, full timeout taken on the floor by the Indians. We'll take it too. Don't go anywhere. We're right back with you here in 60 seconds.
Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We get you back to live action here as we're going to get a quick foul on the inbound try. It's going to be Marty Smizer with the foul. It'll be his fourth. Payson Seymour is going to make their way back to the line here. Both teams are in bonus now for the remainder of this contest as Schwartz will knock down the first one. Still plenty of time left to go here with 4:31 left. Schwartz misses the second one. Monroe City with the rebound. Smizer with it. Gets it over into the hands of Abram Smizer. Marty in 1, Abram in 5. Spicer with the basketball. Fanner, the man inside, setting picks. They'll get the basketball into the hands of Cole Hayes. Monroe City has not knocked down a three for a while here. Seemed like they were knocking down everything early on. That one is short. Monroe City tries to save it to keep it in bounds, and instead they throw it into the hands of Barker. He gets it all the way down to Schwartz. His running shot no good. Spicer goes up with it. Rebound from DeGrave, no good. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line.
Payson foul on 44, Nicholas Boone, his third personal. At the line shooting 2, number 23, Wyatt DeGrave.
Boone will get the foul. It's going to be his third personal foul as DeGrave heads to the free throw line. Gets very, very quiet here at Mountain Dew Court as he knocks down the first. Games will be going on beginning at 9:30 in the morning and running all the way through the evening here at Mountain Dew Court. We will be back with you tomorrow for Palmyra, Missouri, taking on Griggsville Perry from the Illinois side of the river at 6:30 as DeGrave knocks down the second one. We hope you'll join us for a nice little Saturday broadcast here on Central Illinois Sports. Sparks with the basketball. Barker flashes on the baseline, nothing there. They'll get it to Boone out in the far right corner. Phillips back to Boone. Barker picks it back up at the volleyball line with 3:26 remaining. And we're going to get a quick whistle there as they say DeGrave is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his third personal. And stepping back to the free throw line for shots should be Sparks. Nolan Sparks, the junior. Quite a head of hair on the top there. Eyes up the first one out of the right hand, off the front of the rim, off the backboard, off the back, and through the hoop for a point. As Mayfield will check back in here for Monroe City. And Martin will come back in for Payson Seymour. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the experts at Great Rivers Bank. Locations in Barry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal, serving the entire region and beyond. And check out that loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Sparks misses the second one. Rebound grab by Toby Sapp. Mayfield with it back on the left side as Monroe City quickly pushes it across the half-court line. Hayes with the basketball, guarded out by Sparks. This is Fanner, top of the key to Mayfield. Barker fights through a tough pick. Hayes three, off the front of the iron, no good. Fanner with another offensive rebound. Goes up high, gets blocked by Phillips. It'll go out of bounds, and they say it stays with Monroe City. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this one as Monroe City leads Payson Seymour 59-43. Deeker will check back into the basketball game. Nick Boone will head to the bench. And we're going to get another foul here. Let's see where this one goes. Dalton Phillips will pick up the foul. That's his fourth of the quarter. As Abram Smizer will go to the free throw line, the 6'1 junior. First one's up and off the side of the rim and no good as Schwartz will check back in for Payson Seymour. McCartney Storage, located on the north end of Pittsfield. A great place to store your boats, RVs, extra vehicles, and more as we get ready for winter. Affordable monthly rates, nowhere to look anywhere else. 217-248-0011 for McCartney Storage. Second free throw is up and good. It's now a 60-43 advantage for the Panthers. Barker will fire one up from the left wing and good. Lane Barker knocks down the three. Payson Seymour can start to make a lot in a hurry here. It'll be 60-46. Abram Smizer, shot no good. Loose ball, everybody diving on the floor for it. Barker had it, tried to get rid of it to Sparks. It goes through his legs and out of bounds. This is a large, big facility here at Mountain Dew Court if you've never been here before. Very, very high ceilings. Deep baselines underneath. A little bit of a different shooting environment for these high school athletes who are used to shooting with a backboard that's affixed to a wall, maybe about no more than 10 feet behind them. Mayfield goes up. He'll get fouled and head to the free throw line.
Payson foul 23, Blake Schwartz. His fifth.
Schwartz will pick up the foul. That's going to be his fifth of the contest as he'll head back to the bench. And Landon Gooding will check back in for Schwartz, who finishes his night. Mayfield back to the free throw line. 2:21 left to go here as Monroe City trying to close things out. He'll knock down the first one. Grant Yeager will check in. For Payson Seymour, they will turn things back around rather quickly. They will be at the Mississippi Valley Invitational Tournament up in Mendon. They'll begin play on Friday at 7:30 as they'll take on the Quincy Notre Dame Junior Varsity. They also take on Lewistown in pool play, and they'll wrap things up back on Monday the 30th for trophy games there at the U. Sparks with a steal. Goes in one-on-one, collides, and it's going to be, they're going to count the basket as they say Sapp was not set enough. Sparks will get the call. Sapp will get the whistle. It'll be his fourth personal as Sparks will go to the free throw line for the very awkward and one opportunity here. Tyler Dushinsky having a little bit of a laugh there with the officials. And the first one up, off, and rolls around and good. It's a three-point play for Sparks. 62-49 our score here with less than 2 minutes to go. Marty Smizer checks back into the contest for the Panthers. Still full court pressure here from Payson Seymour, trying to make a game out of it. Smizer with it, double teamed in the corner. Gets it up to Yeager. Nice toss down into Abram Smizer. 64-49 our score. 90 seconds left to go as we'll get a foul here. And we're going to head the other way, and that's Dalton Phillips. And if it is his, it's his fifth foul. Dalton Phillips has been able to pick up all 5 fouls here in the second half. He'll make his way out of the contest, and Nick Boone will step back onto the court. Jordan Martin checks back into the contest as well. Lane Barker will head to the bench. And we're going to get a foul, and we will head all the way down to the other end. Martin will pick up the foul for Payson Seymour. It is his first as we continue bonus shooting here on both sides as Mayfield will go to the free throw line. The Moose Lodge 420, located on the square in Pittsfield. Come check out the Friday meals at Moose Lodge 420. You're probably not doing it tonight, but do it next Friday. New specials each week. The food is hot and the drinks are cold at the Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. Barker will check back into the contest as Mayfield knocked down the first shot. Second one up, and it's good. Sparks with the basketball, behind the back dribble in the corner, works it out to Deeker. They try to get it over to Barker. It's tipped by Hayes, and they say Barker will have the hand on it last. It'll be out of bounds back to Monroe City with 1:18 left to go. Wyatt DeGrave will check back in. Abram Smizer will head to the bench, along with Ryan Moss stepping back onto the floor. $1:18 left to go in this one. Monroe City has had a nice night shooting the basketball here. Payson Seymour not able to get some of those long-range shots to go in the second half, and a couple of extra turnovers have kind of led to the difference here in this one. Fight for the loose ball on the floor. We'll have a jump, and we should head back to Payson Seymour's direction. We will wrap things up with you after this on the Logan Agri-Service postgame show and send you on your way for the evening. Three ball out of the hands of Barker. In and out of the rim. Yeager will get the rebound from Monroe City. Long pass down into the hands of Marty Smizer. Gets it at the volleyball line with 38 seconds left to go. For Monroe City, they'll pick up a win before a lengthy break, and a much-needed break for the Panthers. Payson Seymour will fall to 3-6 on the season and look to reset before the MVIT coming up next week at Unity High School in Mendon. Yeager drives in, kicks it back out. DeGrave with the basketball. Mayfield will fire one up. Goes off the left side of the rim and out of bounds with about 11 seconds to go. Teams at the MVIT next weekend at Mendon. It'll be the host Unity Mustangs along with the Western Wildcats. Lewiston Indians entering the field this year, along with the Quincy Notre Dame Junior Varsity and the Southeastern Suns. Alston Richardson checks in for the first time, a 5'9 junior guard, wears number 14 for Monroe City. Sparks with the basketball, drives, and he'll get fouled by Holland as the officials have forgotten to stop the clock, and maybe they did, maybe they didn't. As Holland will pick up his fourth, and Sparks will go to the free throw line here for one more. First one up, bounces in and out of the rim. Sparks will eye up the second here with 4/10 to go, knocks it down, gets it back to a 16-point game, and that's how we'll wrap things up here from John Wood Community College. Monroe City defeats Payson Seymour 66-50. We'll wrap this one up quickly for you on the Logan Agri-Service postgame show. Don't go anywhere, as Monroe City a winner here tonight at John Wood.
At Logan Agri-Service, we understand your success starts from the ground up. That's why we've been your trusted partner in agriculture since 1962. From top quality seed and cover crops to fertilizer, crop protection chemicals, and petroleum products, we have you covered. At Logan Ag, we take pride in providing you quality products at competitive prices with service that exceeds expectations. Call us today at 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit loganag.com.
We welcome you back here on the Logan Agri-Service postgame show. Logan Agri-Service with locations in Griggsville and Winchester, Illinois, and Knox City, Wayland, Monticello, and Paris in Missouri. Call 217-833-2375 for Logan Agri-Service. They are going to hand out the MVP for the contest here. They hand out MVP plaques for each game as Chris Dusdecker, who is the head coordinator here for the Rumble on the River Shootout, will award the plaque. And Quincy Mayfield will win MVP honors here tonight from John Wood Community College for this contest. We will step aside for one quick break. When we come back, it'll be our player of the game, brought to you by Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Don't go anywhere. We're right back here with you on Central Illinois Sports.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome you back here as we name our player of the game, brought to you by Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement that our young athletes receive from coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this, and that's why Derek Harris proudly sponsors the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. Well, it's hard for us to go against who they named as the MVP of this contest, Quincy Mayfield. Extremely talented guard, great shooter, was able to help pace this Panthers team to a lead and the eventual win here tonight in the John Wood Community College Rumble on the River Shootout. Monroe City led all the way through this one led 12-11 at the end of the first quarter, 34-27 at halftime, and 49-35 at the end of 3. And they wrap this up with a 66-50 win here tonight. They'll take 17 days off. The Indians will come back next week at the MVIT as they'll play Quincy Notre Dame's junior varsity and the Lewistown Indians in pool play before the trophy games coming up next week. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us for high school basketball here tonight. For my good buddy Gavin Hilgenbrink running our camera tonight, I'm Brian Shoemaker. We hope you have enjoyed the broadcast. We hope to see you back here tomorrow night at 6:30 as the Palmyra Panthers will take on the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes. This has been another Central Illinois Sports production.